All right, another leg day, and this one's going to be a bit different because uh, my buddy that I work out with just got a new coach, and the probably most popular coach in the industry right now, Boss of Outlaw, and I've been working out with him a bit and using that training program just to switch things up. I've always done my own training programs. I've always enjoyed that. I'm a trainer myself, so I like that part of it. But I also like to learn, and I like to try new things. So that's what we're doing right now. Since I work out with him a lot, I'm kind of going along with what he does, and he shared with me the training program that Boss of Outlaw sent him. So I'm gonna have to modify at least one exercise in my home gym here, because the second exercise is supposed to be a V squat, which I don't mind modifying because I hate the V squat. I think it's probably the worst leg machine. If you do it reverse, like facing into the machine, it's not bad. You can get a good knee flexion, good range of motion. But the actual V squat, and if you don't know what it is, it's like it kind of, you sit back into it and it kind of pivots back. So your knees never, you don't get a ton of knee flexion for the quad. It's painful on my knees. I just don't think it's a great machine. So instead of that, I'm going to do the pendulum today. But we're starting with leg press. So this is his workout. I'm just going to go through it for the most part exactly how he has it written in the plan, starting with 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps on the leg press. His plans are very high volume, not what I'm used to. I'm used to like on a quad focused leg day, 4 movements maybe, 4 movements with a top set and a back off set at the most. He doesn't split up quads and hamstrings. It's 2 leg days a week, and you're getting quads and hams in both workouts. So I'm still a bit sore from the first time I did this. That was on Saturday. Today's Wednesday. So it was a completely different workout though. That was leg day 2 on the plan. Today I'm doing leg day 1 on the plan. So I'll show you that one another time maybe. But like I said, this doesn't count as an 8 to 12 here. I haven't done anything yet, so this is just going to kind of be a feel set, warm up my knees, my hips, get things moving. Because like I said, I'm still a little bit sore, and I just need to get some movement in the legs and the knees and everything before I start adding weight on here. Oh yeah, just really trying to get that range of motion fluid before we start working. All right, this is gonna be my first working set of 8 to 12. So I might go up just a tiny bit after this, but this should be a pretty good struggle for 12 if I'm going super deep, super slow and controlled, and not just trying to pump it out. I know that when I'm fresh, I could pump this out for probably 15 to 20 reps if I just pumped it out. But if I'm going slow, controlled, and deep, then that can make it much tougher. Plus, I do have a big band on here as well, so that's adding quite a bit of resistance as well. I just always leave that band on. Ooh. All right, legs are already pretty pumped. And now we're moving on to the pendulum. Like I said before, in the program, it says a V squat machine, but I'm using the pendulum. And this one is just one top set, moderately heavy, 8 to 12 reps, and then one back off set, a little bit lighter for, I believe it's 10 to 15 reps. I might have to look at it again. I know it's up to 15. It's either 10 or 12 to 15. So slightly lighter, aiming closer to the 15 range. So I'm not obviously going to jump straight to a working weight, even though my legs are warmed up and pumped. When I go to a different machine, I like to fill it out. Better safe than sorry. So I'll start with one plate, slowly work my way up, but I'm only going to do like 1 to 3 reps on each one. I don't want to waste my energy. I just want to acclimate my body to the range of motion with this weight. So just get a good feel for it. Yep. And that's all I need with that weight. Add a plate and work up to the heavy one. All right, we got 4 plates on there. This is probably gonna be my working set. So the goal here is 8 to 12. This machine gets heavy fast. So 5 plates is about the heaviest I ever go. 4 plates for 8 to 12 should be a good struggle. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Hey. Oh. Ah. 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 Whew. Ah. Woo! Oh yeah. Whew. All right, so that was a pretty good top set. The goal was 8 to 12. Barely got 11. I could have gone for that 12th one, but I guarantee with no one here spotting me, I probably would have crashed it at the bottom, which is okay. It's one of the things I love about this machine. You crash at the bottom, there's a safety stopper, you crawl out, unrack the weight. But stopped at 11, and I'm glad I looked at it before doing my back off set, because it's not 10 or 12 to 15. It's 15 to 18 for the back off set. So I was going to do 3 plates, but I think I'm going to take that off. And let's just go back down to 2 plates since I got to go 15 to 18. I might be selling myself short here, and it might be a pretty smooth 15. But I know no matter what, I went pretty much to failure on that top set, and I'm going to be pumped and out of breath getting 15 to 18 here. So let's just go for it, see what we got. Today should, and usually for me, is more of a hamstring glute focused leg day anyways. So this is like extra work for me on the quads, which I need, but like I said, I'm still a bit sore from the last one. All right, 15 to 18. Even with not much weight, this is going to be brutal. This is going to be cardio. Moved weird. My knee started feeling weird there. It's the last thing you want before squatting. All right. Try and keep them all nice and controlled. Full range of motion. Whew. Yeah, started really feeling that right around 15. The last 3 burned. All right, finally moving on to the last quad exercise. So the plan here, I'm going to blast through these pretty quick, but the plan says to do a 5 to 9 set, a 12 to 15 set, and then finish with a 12 to 15 rest pause set. I'll be the first to admit this is not, I love this leg extension because it does leg extension and it does seated leg curls. Saves a lot of space in the home gym. It's not the best to try and go heavy on. It's just not as, it's not a, commercial gym piece of equipment. So I typically like when I do these workouts at home, stay in the 15 to 20 range with the extensions and curls just because of that reason. Also, it's just easier on my knees, not going heavy. Obviously, I'm plenty warmed up after the leg press and hack squats, but I'm going to see what 3 plates feels like, see how stable it is. But if I can get 10 to 15, even on the heavy set, I might just do 3 sets of 10 to 15 with a rest pause at the end, just because I know this machine particularly isn't the best. If I was at a gym, I'd go for that 5 to 9, even though I still is not my preference. Like 5 to 9 on a leg extension is just asking for my knees to hurt the next day. So we'll see what I can do here, but it's 3 sets regardless, finishing with a rest pause at the end. All right, we're finally getting into the hamstrings and glutes, which honestly is like my least favorite thing to do, but it's what I'm supposed to be doing on this day more. So we got to get it. Quads are pumped. So we're starting off with stiff leg deadlifts. So I'm just gonna warm up, feel this out. My back is pretty sore from back day the other day, so everything's just sore. Just everything hurts. It's living that natty life, you know. So just gonna really try and get a nice good stretch. Whew. This is feeling heavy today. All right, so 3 plates is typically like a warm up for me on this. Like I feel like I'm kind of wussing out a little bit here, but it's not my hand. Like I'm feeling it really well in my hamstrings and glutes, but that's not the limiting factor. I also did this program's back workout 2 days ago, and I'm feeling it. All right. One of the movements, which I don't ever do usually, is a bent over barbell row. So being in that position, and I think I was rowing 3 plates on that. So if I can row 3 plates for like a couple sets, I should be able to RDL a lot more. But I am feeling these RDLs through my erectors, into my lats, into my traps, just everywhere from that back workout. And I don't want to risk tweaking anything since this is all a new program to me. My first week doing it. So I'm going to play it safe. That was a solid set with 3 plates. Back it down to 2 1/4. Go for the back off set of like 12 to 15 and move on. Those cardio sets. All right. Moving on. A couple more hamstring exercises. Isolated now. So we're going to do a seated leg curl, just 2 sets of 8 to 12. Then we'll do a standing leg curl, single leg. And then we finish it off with some hip thrust. So I'm going to blast these out pretty fast to get them over with. Nice and controlled hard squeeze. Ooh, all right. Last big movement of the workout. We got hip thrust, and it's supposed to be sets of 8 to 12. I know I can do 20 reps or so or more with this weight, so I'm just gonna feel it, get my body used to the motion, because once again, my back's so tight. My lower back always tightens up on hip thrust when I go really heavy. So I just want to get a feel for it before adding some weight. I probably won't go over 3 plates. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it feels. This is the end of the workout. So oh, whew. Oh, whew. All right, well, luckily, there's just 2 sets of 8 to 12 on this one. Whew. Whew. All right, that's mostly it for the workout. It does on the plan say to finish with adductors and abductors, which I don't have a machine for here in my home gym. That will be my next purchase. I need to get an adductor, abductor. But this, I wouldn't say is optimal, but it at least targets the same muscle and I can get a good pump in there. So cables, have something to hold on to, and I'm just gonna drag it in. So I'm still hitting that adductor, try and control it on the way out, squeeze it in, and hit that adductor. So I'm not gonna waste your time by showing you all the sets here, but I'm just gonna do 3 sets, 12 to 15 on each leg. The program actually calls for like a heavy set and the back off set, but I can't go very heavy with this. If I had the machine, I would do it. Whew. All right, so use the cables for the adductors, and we're gonna finish off. Supposed to do abduction for that outer thigh, outer glute. Obviously I don't have one, like I said, So we got a band right above the knee. I'm going to do crab walks. It might look like a pansy exercise, but if you haven't ever tried it, it freaking burns. So instead of doing a heavy set, a back off set, higher rep, like the program calls for, I'm just going to pretty much go to failure, max reps, 2 sets, as many as I can get until it just burns so bad I got to stop and call it a day. So I'm going to call the video there because this looks ridiculous. So till the next time. Seriously, I'll see you next time. This is ridiculous.